Let me stay here. Hey guys. Okay, no butt in the face, kitty. Thank you. Hello, cats and kittens. Mama Cat Gamer here. Jake was just getting camera shy, I guess. There he goes. As soon as I got the stream started, he's going, no, I'm good, Mom. Nah. Let's see how this sounds before we get going too far. All right. Looks good. All right, my plan for today, and hello cats and kittens, Mama Cat Gamer here. My plan for today is to do Warrior of Darkness, do more of the MSQ in Shadowbringers. We have no job quest available to us. I might do this on Samurai since I'm still leveling that job. Oh, I got all my guys, my Disciple of the Hand leveled up to 90 plus, so I can let me fix that video there so everything's showing properly. Got my Disciple of the Hand up to level 90 plus, so now I can repair my own gear, which is nice because it'll repair it to over 100%. Okay. You see my gear condition right now is 188%. It'll go up to 200%. So it's well worth leveling these up. I actually leveled mine up by turning things into the Grand Company here. Because anytime you turn in these supply and provisioning missions, it levels up your crafting and your gathering. Okay? So it's kind of a passive way of doing it. If you have Guild to burn, it's certainly an option to do it that way. It's slower that way. Otherwise, you can just, make and turn in 18 million things. Your job quests will also get you experience in that job. Okay? And there's a job quest for the Disciple of the Hand as well. New King on the box. Oh, we need to turn this in. Speak with a swaggering Seeker of the Sun. Oh, that's a jump. I keep forgetting. I need to just block that one out. We got To Kill the Curl and King of the Castle. We need to turn those in. Alright, this is driving me crazy that I can see that. Oh! 5 bowls of baked alien soup I put up for sale are now have been sold. Okay. We got some turn-ins we're going to do real quick. Sending my retainers out on ventures. I've gotten a few venture coffers up. Once you get your retainers up to like the highest level you can get to, they start bringing back some really nice stuff. Okay, so we have to speak with Faylene and speak with the East Aldenar Trading Company associate. What else do we got to do here? King of the Castle. That is in Kugane. That is in the Azim Steppe. Okay, well, let's go to Kugane. Do I still have Kugane as a favorite? No, I do not. Okay, well, I'm going to take the ferry over because it's only 400 gil, and I hate paying 1,300. I can pay 400, right? Don't forget that the East Aldenar Trading Company sailor is available. Oh, 300. Oh, even better. Save myself 1,000 gil. Go to the Ruby Bazaar. I heard the news. Well done, good sir. Well done indeed. You will be rewarded handsomely for your part in this. As you no doubt have already guessed, Kageyama has been apprehended. His bodyguard, however, is nowhere to be found. I suppose in the end his loyalty laid only with Kageyama's coin. At any rate, the magistrate is safe, as well as the Uldan. What's this? Seki Sugume Blade. I was not expecting to find you here as well. Lady Liliju wished to thank you both personally for your assistance. In light of all that has happened, I thought it only proper she have an escort. So you are the great adventurer who risked his life and limb to save us. Uncle Lolorito has told me so much about you. Hearing of your daring deeds was inspiring. So much so I decided to set out on an adventure of my very own. I've taken to writing travel literature, you see, and someday the whole of Eorzea will have the chance to read of my journeys across the realm. Yet never in my wildest dreams did I imagine my yearning to experience new cultures and customs would take such a terrible turn. Words fail to express my gratitude. Miss Liliju, we were quite fortunate that he was here to assist in your rescue, but it would be folly to assume fortune will always smile upon you so. Your uncle is worried sick about you, besides. Will you not consider returning home? No. There's so much I have yet to see, yet to do. If I were to leave now, I would have naught but this horrible story of kidnapping to fill the pages of my journal. It would be irresponsible of me to give my readers the impression that Hingashi is a land of savages unfit for traveling. As you might recall, there was a rather nasty incident in Ulda that even our dear adventurer friend here was helpless to resolve. Surely you would not wish that to be the only tale of Ulda to be told here in Kugane? All right, you've made your point, but why have you come all this way alone? Uncle Lolorito tries to keep me from harm, but he has only succeeded in smothering me. I tire of being constantly coddled. That is why I left, to prove to him and myself that I am perfectly capable of being on my own. If I know my uncle, he has likely requested you hire guards for me, whether I choose to return or not. Well, tell him that I refuse. The trading company associate says, very well. Might I ask, then, that you pay me a visit when your journey has ended? Lolorito is not the only one who worries for your safety, after all. Oh, that's sweet. Yes, of course. I will be sure to bring many souvenirs and tales of adventure to share with you. At last my journey continues. Though there is still much of the world for me to experience, I suspect meeting the Warrior of Light will be one of the high points of my writings. Aw, that's sweet. Okay. Let's go to the Azim Steppe. Fly on over there. I like seeing what's at the top there. You know, some of this stuff will never get seen by players, right? Because it's, you know, not part of anything. It's just there for a show, but they do such a nice job with their artwork. Here we have Feline. Very appropriate name. I saw the whole thing. That was meowgnificent. Meowgnificent. He even managed to retrieve a scale from his remains. I'm impressed. I realize this is sudden, but it would mean so much to me if I could join you on more adventures. Would you accept me as your paliko? It would be my pleasure, or that depends. What's the reward for slaying the Rathalos? Oh, of course. You hunters are an astute lad, aren't you? Well, the thing is, I used the last of my funds to purchase those mega potions, but I promise I'll make it up to you as the perfect Palico companion. And to think this is all because you saw my bill on the hunt board. A hunter in Kugane showed it to you. Curious. Do you think we could go and pay them a visit? If not for this hunter, we never would have met. And let's be off to Kugane. Back to Kugane. Alright, so we'll go up to Bokairo Inn. Seeing if I needed to buy any more gear while I'm here. I'll take a look at that later. His head's bobbing up and down as he's watching him go up and down. Hardy Hunter says, that should do it. I'm warmed up and ready to go hunting. Ah, Gav, I thought you'd already left. With my preparations complete, you'll need to work fast if you mean to beat me. Feline says, you're only meow finished preparing? What is that? Another monster in need of slaying? I'm no meowster, you brute. I'm Gav's faithful and dependable Palico. Palico? My apologies. If you're as dependable as you are adorable, I've no doubt he values your companionship. But let's return to the matter at hand, shall we? Gav, are you ready to set out on our hunt for the Rathalos? He's already killed. You've already slain him? I'd expect nothing less from my rival. Indeed, you're every bit the hunter I imagined you'd be. Suppose that's what we get for that extra set of squats. That and strong legs? Tell me, friend, were you able to recover anything from the body? As a matter of fact, he carved a scale off the Rathalos' hide. That's a mighty fine material for smithing. Mind if I have a look? Aye, this is a wyvern scale, alright. Light as a feather and tougher than steel. There's still a touch of heat to it, too. If you'd like, I'd be more than willing to fashion you some armor with it. I'll need more than a single scale, of course. You'll find no better mail than that forged with Rathalos scales. What do you say? Sure. Oh, Gav, I can't thank you enough for your help in slaying the Rathalos. If you plan to go hunting again, don't hesitate to call. We'll show these monsters what for. Okay. You get barbecue spits and a little palico minion. Very punny. Indoor and outdoor. Okay. You can now trade Rathalos scales to the smithy in exchange for various goods. Rathalos scales can be attained by defeating the Rathalos in the Great Hunt. Okay. Alright, we can buy helms. We can buy mail. That's not too bad looking, actually. What does a female look like? Eh. Cornerstone of the New World. Astera Orchestrion. Savage of the Ancient Forest. Oh, wow. You can get augmented versions of this. Which you can change the dye color on. If you get the Rathalos Scale Plus, you get that from the harder version, hard mode version of the Rathalos. Poogie? Oh, it's a little pig. Beloved by hunters, although the feeling is not always mutual. Rathalos Whistle. This is what a lot of people go for. You can have your own Rathalos. Proof of a Hero, Monster Hunter. I already have that one. Okay, cool. The newer king on the block, judging by the hunter's jovial expression, the hunt is still on. Great Hunter returns. You did well by taking on that Rathalos, but I must ask you, was the battle grueling? Did the mountains sing with the sound of claws clashing with steel? I've had tougher battles. It was admittedly more trouble than I expected. Truly? I shudder to think what would have happened had you encountered a high-ranking Rathalos then. Piqued your curiosity, have I? Well, I can only tell you what I've heard. They say there's a stronger brood of Rathalos that would make short work of your average hunter. Mayhap that kitten friend of yours knows something of it. He was, after all, the one who originally posted a bill for the beast. No need to worry over it now, though. I'd say you've earned a rest after your recent exertions in the Azim Steppe. When you're up for another hunt, I'll be here, ready and waiting. The mighty hunter returns, and with his feline companion. Feline? How rude. I am a feline, you dullard. I failed to see the difference. But that is neither here nor there. I asked Gav to bring you here that we might learn the truth of those high-ranking Rathalos I recently caught wind of. Hey, hey. How are ya? High-rank Rathalos? They're an older, much more powerful brood of wyvern. Without sufficient protection, even the simplest of swipes is all it would take to rend a hunter in two. If I didn't know better, I'd say we were talking about an elite mark. Yes, a challenge no self-respecting hunter can ignore. It's settled then. Are you ready, my friend? Aye, let's get to it. Of course. We have to do more squats. Your enthusiasm is appreciated, but now isn't the time to be kidding around. To be perfectly plain, I'd rather not see another hunter charbroiled today. Okay. We have now unlocked the extreme version of Great Hunt. Test your mettle against high-rank Rethos and reap rich rewards. Please note you may only enter the Great Hunt Extreme with 4 players. Okay, so we unlocked that. Very good. And I have a Palico. Palico minion. Okay. Got a lot of stuff. I was doing Wondrous Tales the other night, and I had to get like 7 more stickers Monday night for my book to be able to turn it in, because I wanted the 500 poetics, right? And the half level of XP, right? And so I did a lot of Akafa repeatedly. Now, we're going to speak with Alfino in the Crystarium, so let's head back to Norvrant. In about an hour, I have to leave for about 15-ish minutes to go start dinner. I gotta put a casserole in the oven, but I gotta put it together real quick. Won't take me more than 15-ish minutes. If I'd been thinking this morning, I would have like made it up ahead of time and stuck it in the fridge until it was ready to go in the oven. But I did not. Speak with Alfino in the Crystarium. Where in the Crystarium? Oh, he's right out the door here. I think this is my favorite city-state music. The Crystarium music pieces. Well, the Crystarium seems relatively ordered, wouldn't you say? The Exarch's speech must have been reassuring to hear. On the contrary, there is something jubilant in the air. I have a feeling this night won't be quite as peaceful as our hooded friend predicted. I think I shall take a brief stroll around town before retiring to my chambers. Once you've discharged your duty to Bragi, I suggest you do the same. Sleep well, Gav. I hope untroubled dreams find you and Alize both. Speak with Bragi, who I think is in... Yeah, he's in the markets. Bragi, aye. What can I do for you? Looking to buy a lantern like every other stumbling soul in the city? Yeah, what do you do when when it's dark out all of a sudden, right? And you don't have lights because you've never had lights. You haven't had darkness for 100 years. I see. Well, Captain Lena can rest assured that any potions I spot coming in will be set aside for the wounded. Hang on a moment. If you're carrying messages for the guard, does that mean you were there then? The battle at Holminster? A stalwart lad like you might want to pay a visit to the Wandering Stairs. Make yourself known. I'm sure Gilnard can introduce you to some interesting opportunities. Speak with... Oh, Glinard, not Gilnard. This might get us our job quest, actually. Glinard. Ciela, more beer for table 2 and a couple of pints of mead for table 3 while you're at it. Coming right up. Sorry, we're rushed off our feet this evening, sir. Can I get you anything? Drinks are on the house. Ooh, no wonder they're busy. Oh, that Braggy has a twisted sense of humor. To think he'd send you to meet me at a time like this. The first real night in near 100 years has folk all riled up and then some. What's more, there was that eater business at Holminster Switch. They say a Light Warden was destroyed without a damn trace, and it was the Warrior of Darkness who did the deed. Ciela says, I really must apologize for Glenard. He's been almost as rowdy as our customers, and that's no small feat. A lot of our regulars are bounty hunters, you see. They mostly go after eaters, and the rumor of the warrior's appearance was a spark to their kindling. You know how the weak eaters are drawn to the strong ones, right? Aye, they swarm like angry bees around a queen. You need look no further than Holminster for proof of that. But attacks on that scale don't happen every day, praise the blessed Shadow. No, the more common threats are the strays. No one knows why, but every now and again an eater will leave the pack to prowl alone. Those are the ones you run into on the road if your luck is foul. They're a danger to everyone, so the Settlement Council puts bounties on their heads. And our bar here is a convenient place for hunters to gather and share information. Ciela says, seems a few of them were inspired by the Warden slaying even more than most. These are the types who have their sights set on the absolute worst of the strays, a class of eaters that have been dubbed the Cardinal Virtues. The Virtues showed up out of nowhere about 3 summers ago, and when historians heard the descriptions given by survivors, well, apparently they share an appearance with the villains who caused the flood. And if that doesn't send a chill down your spine, they've also reported to be as tough as Light Wardens, not the kind of prey you can take down single-handed. Our virtue hunters have all but given up, but knowing the Warrior of Darkness is out there has lit a fire in their bellies. Just look at him. That Hume over there was with the oversized sword as grandson. He's in it for revenge, wants to recruit a comrade in arms, as tenacious as he is. The Mistel lad is Lou Reek. Don't be fooled by those dewy cheeks. He's as hard a hunter as they come. He just lost a partner and seems to be on the lookout for a new one. That's Sarig. Word is he seeks an expert in magecraft to help fight the virtue he's after. Last we have Giat. Dwarf and drunkard both. Wanted to join forces with a healer and only a healer. Something about needing a mender's wisdom. I've seen my share of competent veterans, and you have the look about you. Maybe you should introduce yourself to one of our hunters. Who knows? Together you might even collect the bounty on a cardinal virtue. Now there's a grand idea. Imagine the prestige my bar would earn if he boasted the patronage of a successful virtue hunter. You've gained access to Roll Quest. A separate quest line and story is now available for tank, physical DPS, magical range DPS, and healer roles. In order to reach the final stages of the Shadowbringers main scenario, you must complete at least one Roll Quest line, speak with a virtue hunter at the Wandering Stairs to accept a quest offer. Alright, this is not optional. You must do it. Let's see what I have to say. Come again whenever you like. Our doors are always open. Or they would be if we hadn't any. Okay. Let's talk to Lou Reek. Lou Reek thinks you might be the answer to his prayers. Wait, you wouldn't happen to be... Yes, of course you are. 'Tis plain from the way you carry yourself. You're just the sort of man I've been looking for. You're perfect! Perfect. My name is Lou Reek, and I am a bounty hunter. But not just any bounty hunter, I will have you know. Nay, I am not wont to settle for run-of-the-mill prey. I hunt sin eaters. Not only that, I have recently set my sights on a particularly notable feed one of the four cardinal virtues, who's those infamous instigators of the flood itself. Naturally, it will take considerable strength and skill to defeat such a formidable eater, and I am not afraid to admit I can't do it alone. However, with the aid of equally formidable allies, I am confident it can be done. And you, my friend, are exactly the sort of ally I have in mind to recruit. We can walk away without a word, or we can feign interest. I can see what happens if he walks away. Wait! I have money! Lots and lots of money. You'll be well rewarded for your service, on my honor. However, as much as I am certain you are the right man for the job, 'tis only meet that I put your skills to the proof. A simple test should suffice. Pray do not be offended, but you would be shocked how many people present themselves falsely in order to enrich themselves or to impress others. How much do I have to prove here? Alright. Rendezvous with Lurik and Lakeland. Okay, we'll pick that up later. We're going to go do the, go talk to the manager of the suites and the pendants. Ah, you can't jump down there. There's a boat down there. I didn't know there was water down there. Welcome back, sir. I wonder if anyone can sleep with the city in such an uproar, but will you be retiring to your quarters? Yes. Very good. In light of the present situation, I have had illumination prepared for all our rooms. No need to rush to the markets for lanterns and candles. Have a pleasant rest, sir. Oh, isn't that thoughtful of him? It's nice to see the starry sky, isn't it?
So it's your lot's turn to be the warriors of darkness, is it? It's funny how things work out.
Well, hi, Ardbert. Been watching, have you? These are my private quarters.
Hi, I know. Just the place. In case you've forgotten, you're the only one who can see me. If we had one of our little chats in public, people might start thinking you'd lost your wits.
Or we're talking on a link pearl, but okay.
Those white-haired twins who are with you. I remember them from our battle in the Source. Are they your friends then? Through thick and thin?
Yeah.
Aye.
Gav is like really frowning at him. It's like, don't mess with my friends, man. You'd be in trouble if you mess with my friends.
Then I suggest you keep them close. When you charge ahead trying to save someone else, that you end up losing those you love.
I take it Ardbert had done that.
Not that you need telling, I'll bet you've lost plenty. But I wonder, what will it cost you this time?
That's a little dark, Ardbert. That's a lot dark, actually.
I don't remember when it was that I learned regret wasn't worth the bother. You get numb to it all over the years. The lost comrades, the broken promises, the abandoned principles. Just more nagging burdens to ignore.
You can get pretty jaded when you've been through that much hurt.
So this is what the light was hiding. He's here. I must go to him.
Blonde hair with pink ribbon braided in. Okay. Meanwhile, inside an Imperial Magitech facility in the Source, her putting her hand on her heart means she feels it very strongly.
Intruders! Fan out and find them!
That's Estinian.
Out of my way!
Stay your weapon. We are not your enemy. When the alarm sounded, I wondered what we had done to betray our presence. But I see now we are not the only intruders. Sir Estinian, I presume. The dragoon who plucked the Warrior of Light from the jaws of death? Your armor is most distinct.
Much as yours once was. But even without it, I see a former legator still has eyes and ears in unexpected places. Van Baelsar, in the flesh. Though I understand you prefer Shadow Hunter.
Wonder how he knows what Van Baelsar looks like.
You are in contact with the Scions, I take it.
He's not going to give him anything.
Through no choice of my own, they tracked me down and conscripted me to their cause. I swear the receptionist was trained as a spy. Not that anyone can escape that Baldessian woman once she has caught the scent of your ether.
Go Tataru. Go Tataru. Yeah, his voice actor really is nice. I think he does, oh, the other Scion. Wears the white armor, has the white face paint. His name will come to me after I turn off the stream, probably. Kind of got along with Fordola really well.
If they have resorted to using freelancers, I must assume their attempts to wake the afflicted have failed. And what of their champion?
Away on another business. Thus, it has fallen to me to root out any trace of the Empire's new weapon.
They're after Black Rose.
If it is Black Rose you seek, you are too late. My people have already completed your mission here. Yet this is but one factory among many. When they caught wind of our efforts, they built additional facilities to ensure production continues unabated. There will be no one left in the lands they conquer. No citizens to conscript. No skills to exploit. Nothing the Empire needs. And they will call it victory.
Apparently, I was looking up the, some of the body language that you see on the characters in here, because I wanted to know if things were dramatically different because it's a Japanese game versus English. And one of the ways they express, extreme frustration or anger is to show you their fist kind of clenching up. But it doesn't show on the faces. That seems to be, kind of Japanese. You got to keep your cool when you're angry. So they kind of tighten it down into small movements. Anyway, your trivia for today.
What exactly does this black rose do?
The gas is described as a poison, but its actual effect is more arcane in nature. It was created to disrupt the ether in living beings, to bring the flow of their life energies to a standstill. Inhaling even the tiniest amount will cause all bodily functions to cease, much as a potent venom will stop a man's heart. Released over a city, Black Rose could conceivably kill every inhabitant, and all without damaging a single structure.
Search every corner! Rouse the barracks if you have to! I want this facility secured!
I have more questions, but now is not the time.
Sir Estinian, I have an offer for you, but I will make it only once. Since it would seem we seek the same answers, you are welcome to join us.
Huh. From what I hear, you need all the help you can get. In case you don't know, Varys himself confessed that your empire was a creation of the Ascians.
I am aware of what his Radians said at the parley. Thus, I would return to the capital, that I might behold the truth of this corruption with my own eyes. My path leads to Garlemald.
Justinian goes, okay. Alright. Okay. Okay. Where? Okay, we gotta talk to the manager of the suites again. Okay. The manager of suites is wearing a grave expression. Begging your pardon, sir, but do you perchance intend to head outside? If so, I would strongly advise you not to stray too far from the Crystarium. Word has it Eorzean has dispatched its military to Lakeland. Given the timing, one can only assume they do not welcome the return of night. Even now, the Exarch is in the Ocular, deliberating a response. Alright, we gotta head to the Ocular. Do you have business with the Crystal Exarch? Just say the word and I would be happy to escort you to the Ocular. Yep.
You have come at a good time. As you may have heard, we have something of a quandary on our hands. Laxon Loft, here in Lakeland. Eorzean has sent one of its airships. They have questions for us concerning the death of the Light Warden. Their emissary makes his way here even as we speak.
I suppose the sky does rather give the game away.
Indeed. 'Twas inevitable they would come knocking. The only question was how soon.
My lords, I am come with the Eorzean emissary. May I show him in?
A moment, Captain, if you would. Everyone, gather round. I do not wish to show our hand prematurely. Forgive me this liberty. Vanish.
Don't say a word.
Enter.
Somebody the Exarch doesn't like, obviously, given that expression.
Well, well. The commander of the Eorzean army himself. To what do I owe the honor, General Ranjit?
The Light Warden is dead, Exarch. Were your people responsible?
You are clearly in some haste, my lord. But before I address your question, you must allow me one of my own. What is Eorzean's interest in this?
His benevolence, Lord Vorthry, is gravely concerned that the actions of an ignorant few may jeopardize relations between man and Sin-Eater. Should it transpire that the Crystarium is guilty of abetting the villains responsible for this outrage, my lord has decreed that it suffer the same retribution.
Oh, we're politicking here. And he's very nicely saying, don't F with us, right?
I see. Since you have been so candid, I too shall speak my mind. Regardless of who is responsible, the Crystarium rejoices in the Light Warden's death and welcomes the return of the night sky. If Eorzean considers this tantamount to aiding those you term villains, then by all means, carry out your retribution. Know, however, that even should every innocent soul in the Crystarium perish, nothing can stop that which has been set in motion.
Folly. The death of one or 1,000 Sin-Eaters changes nothing. The world is dead, and writhe as we might, like maggots in its rotting course, it will not be reborn. Only by my master's grace may we live out our days in peace. But I waste my breath. You have made your stance clear. I shall relay your words to Lord Vorthry. In the meantime, you would do well to counsel any here who have done more than merely rejoice in recent events, to throw themselves upon Eorzean's mercy, promptly.
He has his hands fisted behind his back there, which is not a comfortable stance to be in, believe me.
One last matter. We are searching for a young artist and his assistant. Know you of whom I speak?
An artist and his assistant, no. I cannot say I do.
Which is fair, because the Exarch didn't know the cover story that Elfino had come up with.
What a pity. Should they reveal themselves to you, I bid you hand them over at once. My master is most eager to see them again.
Ranjit apparently can see through the glamour that Exarch said.
Am I imagining things, or did he just stare straight at us?
I fear he did. The General is not a man to be trifled with. He is a warrior of fearsome repute who has led Yulmor's army since before Vorthri's time, when the nation still spearheaded the fight against the Sin-Eaters. One does not command the world's mightiest army, and for so long, without possessing exceptional instincts.
Or exceptional powers.
If Yulmor chose to send such an individual, we must assume this talk of retribution is more than an idle threat. While we are grateful for your support, my lord, we cannot in good conscience put your people in harm's way.
'Tis noble of you to say, Master Alphino, but my people have been in harm's way since long before you arrived. Yulmor has ever yearned to rule over what remains of the world. Even should we surrender the Warrior of Darkness to them, they would find some other pretext upon which to invade. The people of the Crystarium know this only too well, which is why, when the time comes, I am certain they will fight to the last man. If truth be told, I would not have been surprised had Ranjit declared war here and now.
He may have reason to delay. According to reports, the Yulmoran forces at Laxan Loft were observed taking a prisoner. A young woman believed to be none other than the Oracle of Light, Minfilia.
It's like Minfilia?
It may be that General Ranjit wishes to convey her to Yulmor before commencing hostilities. Having mentored generations of Minfilias, it would not surprise me if he had made her capture his chief concern.
You could say, wait, is this the Minfilia? Or, which I don't think they would understand. Or, I'm sorry, generations of Minfilias? Let's go for the second one.
Ah, of course. How remiss of me. I had intended to speak to you of Minfilia. There is, however, much to say, and precious little time in which to say it. I think it best that you seek out Moren at the Cabinet of Curiosity. He'll be able to enlighten you. Alphino, Alize, would you care to accompany your friend? You doubtless have insights of your own to offer on the matter.
All right, though I'm still not sure I understand it all myself.
In the meantime, I will set about making provisions for war.
You want to chit-chat about Minfilia? I gotta go make war. Alright, what does Lena have to say? We will continue to watch the Yulmorans. Exarch says, if Minfilia has indeed been captured, I dare say we will see another familiar face anon. But, first things first, pray, seek out Moren at the Cabinet of Curiosity. Okay. Cabinet of Curiosity. Here we come. This is a really cool place. Alize says, whatever you think Morin's going to tell you about Minfilia, it won't be what you're expecting. Just trust me. Thanks for being vague, Alize. Seems an ages since we bade Minfilia farewell. Yes, if you're after books pertaining to the Warrior of Darkness. I'm afraid most are out on loan at present. They are experiencing quite a surge in popularity. Oh, you wish to learn about the Oracle of Light? Then it would be my pleasure to assist. After I have finished off some few outstanding tasks, that is, while I attend to them, perhaps you could fetch me a book, The Illustrated Tale of the Oracle of Light, it's called. Though it's intended for younger readers, it provides an excellent summary of the subject matter, and the artwork is quite lovely besides. I would not hesitate to recommend it to anyone with an interest in learning about Minfilia. But you must see for yourself. The book should be located on the level below. Should, I say, for while there is a place for everything here, not everything is always in its place, despite my best efforts. In short, if the book is not where it should be, it is most certainly be somewhere it shouldn't. So good luck. Okay. It's something that people don't have to experience quite so often is having a book get misshelved. Because I don't know how many people go to libraries anymore. Ooh. The Cabinet of Curiosity. This towering vault contains countless scrolls, tomes, and moldering manuscripts salvaged from the furthest reaches of Norvrant. Representing the grammarian branch of the Trivium, the Cabinet welcomes visitors in search of anything from the most complex academic text to illustrated works for children. Alfino says, no luck as yet. So yeah, I mean, if you have a book that's misshelved, it's a pain in the neck to find it. The book does not appear to be here. Let's go down and see what's down here. Book does not appear to be here. Eorzean says, is there a stepladder we can borrow? The twins need it because they're short. Just as your eyes begin to blur, they finally come to rest on a copy of the Illustrated Tale of the Oracle of Light. That's the book, is it? Still waiting for those new ladders to be delivered, I'm afraid. Let's go tell Alfino the book. Got the book. Found the book. You found it, did you? Yep. Come on upstairs. Have you found the book? Yes. The Illustrated Tale of the Oracle of Light, intended for younger readers, this tome featuring winsome illustrations tells the beloved tale of the Oracle of Light. Yes, this is the one. I hope it wasn't too difficult to track down. I'm happy to say I've finished all my pressing tasks. If you want to call your friends over, we can begin learning at once. Without further ado, then. It began 100 years ago when the flood of light threatened to swallow Norvrant. Just as all seemed lost, a savior appeared who halted the all-consuming radiance, a maiden with hair of spun gold and eyes of clearest sapphire. Naught was known about her save that her name was Minfilia, and for delivering the realm, she came to be revered as the Oracle of Light. After stopping the flood, the mysterious maiden vanished without a trace, but 15 years later, her name would unexpectedly reappear in the annals of history. When Sin-Eaters laid ruin to the kingdom of Vobert, a young girl was discovered who was immune to the creature's blighted touch. One with hair of spun gold and eyes of clear sapphire, she was hailed as the Oracle Reborn and came to likewise be called Minfilia. Enlisting in the Yulmoran army, this Minfilia fought and vanquished countless Sin-Eaters. Alas, like so many other soldiers, she eventually met her end in battle. Yet with her dying breath, she whispered unto her grieving comrades, "Minfilia will return." And true to her words, some years later, another young girl was discovered who possessed the selfsame eyes, that selfsame hair, and those selfsame powers. She too took the name Minfilia. She too fought Sin-Eaters as a soldier of Eorzean, and she too fell in battle. Many more were to follow in her footsteps, and so the cycle continues to this day. And that concludes the tale. By their valor and sacrifice, these women have saved Norvrant on numerous occasions, and were it not for them, we might never have learned of the Light Wardens and their nature. Eorzean says, "They sound like formidable warriors." Morin says, "Some, perhaps. The truth is rather less simple. Though the Oracle is reborn with certain common traits, she does not inherit the memories or the knowledge of her previous incarnations. All of the Minfilias thus far were discovered as ordinary girls, unversed in the ways of war and ignorant of the power they harbored. While some embraced their fate and devoted themselves to training, others did not, but all were made to face the Sin-Eaters, and all died to keep our hopes alive." Alphino says, "What can you tell us of the current Minfilia?" "She was found by the Eorzean army some 10 years ago and taken into their care, or rather, their custody. She was a prisoner in all but name, for by that time, under Lord Vothri's rule, Eorzean had already abandoned resistance in favor of decadence. Minfilia was an uncomfortable reminder of the war they no longer wished to fight, a potential threat to the peace, and so they kept her under lock and key." It's like, we gotta go rescue her. For a long while, we heard nothing more of her. We couldn't even be certain she was alive, save that it was in Eorzean's best interest for her to remain under their control. But then, 3 years ago, a gallant soul stole into the city and rescued her from their clutches, just like a hero from the tales. Alphino says, "Indeed. Well, I believe we now have a good grasp of Minfilia's tale. Thank you for your time, Morin. Might I trouble you for a word, Gav, outside?" Does Morin have anything more for us? "Do you wish to revisit Minfilia's tale? I shall even fetch the book myself this time." No. Eorzean says, "This seems a suitable place for a chat." As you will have already surmised, the gallant soul who rescued Minfilia was none other than our own dear Thancred. They have since been wandering the land together, never remaining in one place for long, which is why we have not yet had a chance to meet them. Eorzean says, "We know that Minfilia journeyed here as Hydaelyn's emissary to halt the flood of light. It could only be her that the people of the First witnessed 100 years ago, the original Oracle of Light. But while there's plainly some connection between the woman we knew and her namesakes, the fact that these girls do not share her memories must surely mean they are not the same person. Thancred has to understand that." Alphino says, "I have no doubt that he understands. The question is how he feels. Regardless, the Thancred we know would not forsake his charge. If she has been captured, we may be certain he will not stand idly by." Eorzean says, "There you go again, talking in your roundabout way. If you think we should rescue Minfilia, just spit it out." "Just so happens I agree with you. It is quite clear that Minfilia possesses Hydaelyn's blessing. And it wouldn't hurt to have a second such individual on our side, right, Gav?" We could say quite, or one's generally been enough, but fine. He's not going to say the second. Quite. "I see you've made up your minds. Exarch, what brings you here?" A report and a proposal. First, the report. Our scouts have confirmed that the Eorzean forces at Laxon Loft do indeed have Minfilia in their custody. For the present, they are holding her there, but we can be certain they will move her to Eorzean ere long. Should that happen, we may be forced to give her up as lost. Elise says, so if we mean to act, we should do so quickly. The Exarch says, which brings me to my proposal. I ask that you entrust this undertaking to us, the people of the Crystarium. Oh. Alright, what do the twins have to say about that? Entrust Minfilia's rescue to the people of the Crystarium? Alright then. She's going, nope, nope. Let us hear what the Exarch has to say, says Alphino. Crystarium's resolve. The Exarch is eager to delve into the details of his proposal.
You are doubtless eager to attempt Minfilia's rescue, and with your combined strength you may well succeed. But as I said earlier, I do not wish to show our hand unless absolutely necessary. Twas not merely the night sky that you restored to us, but hope. Hope for the future of Norvrand. Unlike you, we cannot contend with the Light Wardens, but so long as hope burns in our hearts, we will fight on regardless. This I will prove to you. My friends, I thank you for gathering at such short notice. There is something I would ask you all. As many of you are aware, I received an emissary from Eorzean a short while ago in the form of General Ranjit. To my dismay, the General condemned the slaying of the Light Warden, and warned me in no uncertain terms that, should the Crystarium cast its lot with the Warrior of Darkness, there would be war. Let none be mistaken. We would be hard-pressed indeed to resist the might of Eorzean. Some would even call it suicide. And yet my heart cries out to fight. Better that than relinquish the hope that swelled in my breast when I beheld the night sky for the first time in 100 years. Or so says my heart. My mind, meanwhile, reminds me that to follow my heart would be to risk everything we have accomplished thus far. Clearly, this is not a decision to be made lightly, nor less alone. And so I put the question to you all. What should we do?
My lord, you already know our minds. It brought tears to our eyes to witness the knight's return. The whole of Norvrand deserves the same, and not just because some children's story tells us so.
Eorzean's influence is far-reaching. Should war break out, trade would be subject to restrictions. The flow of goods will dry up, and we will struggle to make do with what little trickles through. But make do, we will.
Aye, we can weather such hardships. Is that not the very thing the Crystarium was built for? We have always taken pride in our ability to sustain ourselves. Not just to endure, but to thrive.
When all falls down around you, rise up. Those were your words. There may come a day when all hope seems lost, but even should the rest of the world give in to despair, we shall not. We shall fight on, that our children and our children's children might know a better tomorrow.
Rousing words apart, I never much cared for those Eorzean bastards anyway. No better than common swindlers, most of them. Wouldn't know a fair deal if it came up and kissed them on the arse.
Trust you to spoil the moment.
It appears we have a consensus. Let it be known that the Eorzean host at Laxon Loft has taken the Oracle of Light captive. They fear the power she holds over the Sin Eaters, and doubtless intend to imprison her once more. So, I move that we rescue the Oracle, grant her a place among us, and let that be our answer to Yulmor's ultimatum.
Hear, hear!
Hear, hear!
In planning a strategy for the rescue, I open the floor to you all.
And there you have it. If Yulmor wishes to denounce us as villains, then we shall embrace our villainy. Will you do so as well?
Like, that's even a question, right? It's like I think they're surprised that the Exarch is able to command that much power to sway minds and hearts, and how much he's revered by his people.
We will not be outdone. Consider us your partners in crime.
My lord, our proposal is as follows. We begin by deploying Amaro to occupy the skies over Lakeland. They should serve to delay the airship's departure. At the same time, we scatter dream powder from the air. Not all will succumb to its effects, but it should thin the enemy's numbers, affording us an opening to swoop in and liberate the Oracle.
Very good. See to your preparations.
And what exciting crimes would you have us commit? Speaking for my fellow villains, I'd say we're capable of most things, though we draw the line at indolence.
Indolence? No. Indolence is right out for Eorzean.
If excitement is your desire, then I bid you join the guard. Captain Lena will give you your orders.
Okay. We're joining the guard. Alright, what does Eorzean say? The people of the Crystarium won't have initiative. I respect that. Eorzean is all about the action, man. All about the action. Though our hosts have offered to take the lead, we still have a part to play. Let's see that we play it well. Many here have a place in their heart for Minfilia. We must ensure this mission succeeds for all of their sakes. Okay. So, you will be joining the guard. But, however highly the Exarch thinks of you, you will receive no special treatment from me. Is that clear? Where's your salute, soldier? Better. More spirited than the Exarch's feeble attempts, certainly. Well, to be fair, one of his hands is turned to crystal, right? Now, first things first. You will need uniforms. Go to the crystalline mean and report to Catalyst. She will see you measured and fitted. Many here have a place in their heart for Minfilia. Okay, we saw that. I don't see a uniform. Report to Catalyst. She will see you measured and fitted. Okay. Alright, I have to take a break to get dinner started. So I will be back in about 15 minutes-ish. Maybe 20. Depends on how fast I'm able. Why am I running away from the nearest Ethernet shard here? So come back about 4:45. Should be actually a quarter of the hour. It may not be 4:30 by where you're at. And let me go up to the crystalline mean. Okay. Give me about 20 minutes. Should be having the casserole in the oven by then. Be ready to continue. Take a break. Go stretch. Touch grass if you need to. I mean, I don't know. Get some nature in you. Vitamin D is good. Alright. Alright, we are back. Let me make sure all is well. Okay, looks good. Alright, we need to speak with Catless. Ah, and there's the last of them. Your friends are being measured as we speak. Right this way. We'll see to it you look your dashing best for your first outing. It's not exactly our first outing to battle, but okay. I see. And it says, how goes it? Sorry, Captain, I'm afraid we don't have anything on hand that's ready fit. But we do have a few that are fairly close. We should be able to make them work with some minor adjustments. Nina says, very well. Then see to it and have the uniforms delivered directly to the field. I shall take this opportunity to brief you on the mission. As mentioned earlier, we will deploy Amaro to scatter dream powder from the air. Once the powder takes effect, an elite unit will storm the fortress to rescue the Oracle. Her safe liberation is our sole objective. Engagement is to be avoided whenever possible. Elise says, I'm assumed we're to be part of said unit? Correct. The units will be divided into two contingents, one deploying from Fort Job and the other from the Austral Imperative. You and Delphino will join the former. Gav, meanwhile, will join the latter with me. Before you proceed to your positions, you are to report to Jessamil at Spagyrix. She will issue you with a serum to ward off the effects of dream powder. I don't know if it's Spagyrix or Spagyrix. I might go look at it. I mean, it looks kind of Greek to me, so... I think it's Spagyrix. Spagyrix. We shall be on our way then. Take care, my friend, and we will see you in the field. It is quite far to the Imperative, so you may make use of an Amaro from the Rookery, after you have collected the serum, of course. Speak with Chesamil. Yes, sweetie. Is there something you need? Oh, one of the guard came for your dram, are you? Here you go. A dose of this will keep you firmly in the waking world while your enemies are off in dreamland. Now, if this is your first time, I should warn you, it's bitter as sin. Prince's kiss, they call it, but if you ask me, it should be the crone's kiss. Just aside, the stuff really is foul. Most people gag like there's no tomorrow, but if you don't drain every last drop, you're liable to end up taking a trip to dreamland yourself. So I must ask you to drink it here and now while I watch. Come on, give the old crone a kiss. Alright. Drink the vial of Prince's kiss before Chesamil. Well done, sweetie. I'm proud of you. Why, if I didn't know any better, I'd even say you enjoyed it. And now you needn't fear falling asleep on the battlefield. Just have care you don't lose any limbs out there, all right? They don't tend to grow back. She's funny. Oh, you like the taste so much you want some more, is it? You are a strange one, but as happy as I'd be to oblige, I'm afraid I must save some for the others. Run along now and see to the rest of your preparations. Okay. Beihan, I don't think it's possible for us to be more pressed for help and resources, but here we are. One poultice at a time, Feihan. One poultice at a time. Amethea. After the attack at Holminster, and now Yulmore threatens to invade us with all their might? Will I never be able to enjoy a restful night under the stars? Nope. Sorry, I just finished giving a few instructions real quick. My son had to go run for the hash browns. And, okay, we gotta go to the Temeros Rookery. And I got everything else prepared in the meantime for the casserole. So it's, you just have to mix those in and throw it in the oven. Zem Zhenmai. Yes, what do you require of me? An Amaro to take you to the Imperative, eh? As much as I would like to oblige, all our mounts are reserved for the coming operation. I fear you'll have to go by foot. But wait, there might be another way, assuming you are willing to lend a hand. Sure. Deep gold headgear piece. A shining chest with gold filigree that suggests a valuable piece of attire lies within. I was about to deliver an Amaro to Radiska's Round, one of the locations whence the beast will fly for the operation. The tower lies along the route to the Imperative. It's near enough. If near enough is good for you, you may make the delivery in my stead. Very good, I shall ready the Amaro for departure at once. Radiska's Round is to the north and west. You can take the road or you can fly. It's up to you. Upon arriving, make yourself known to the sentry and she will give you further instructions. If you become separated from the Amaro, worry not. The beasts are trained to return to the Rookery. That is all. Go well. Hey, we gotta go to Radiska's Round. Oh, that's pretty cool looking. I hate having the fog of war. It drives me nuts. It's kind of nice music for it. can only get hit this unlocked by flying over the area. This is really quite nice, actually. I don't know where we're supposed to deliver this thing to. Well, it says down. Oh, to the sentry. I didn't see that little pale thing of light there where you have to land. Go back to the rookery. Oh my gosh. The good news is I can edit this out of the recorded version. Oh, where's the dude I gotta talk to now? He was at the rookery. He's not there now. Hopefully I have not borked my game. Alright, let's see what happens when you mess up. Logistics of war. Oh, okay. Great. Now I gotta drive out there. Go to Fort Job. Drive over. I feel sheepish. This is such a pretty area. And they did a beautiful job of making it seem alien without seeming overwhelming, too. Which is quite nice. And let's go get that ether current while we're at it. Oh, that's a nice rug. Ooh, leveled up. Located in the center of Lakeland, this watchtower is named in honor of a soldier who saved countless lives when he warned of a flying swarm of sin eaters. The soldier himself was slain in battle, having chosen to remain at the tower and delay the eaters' pursuit. That's pretty cool. Nice bit of lore there. Oh, at the Ascensor Gate. Okay. Right outside the gate. Of course. I probably drove right by him. No, because I ported to Fort Job. That's why. Ken has reading. The Thirstless Shore. Oh, you're delivering that Amaro to us? I'm afraid there's been a change of plans. We already have all the beasts we require here. Instead, this one is to go to the Imperative to the west. Please see it to the handler on duties, Celivando. If you encounter trouble along the path, return here and I'll set you right wise. I'm gonna unlock that up there too. Oh, really? Okay, we'll do that another time. Yeah, a little spot right there. Ah, the last tomorrow. My thanks, friends. You may leave the beast with me. Let's go unlock our chocobo. Is that up top there? We have a Marrow for hire if you're interested. Let's go tune to that Aetheryte. You used to have to do something like this in Star Wars The Old Republic 2, where you had to basically attune, unlock the unlock point, and God help you if you forgot, because it wasn't a shorter run like these typically are here. It was a long run. Especially if you were like especially if you were like, you know, on Hoth, where there's like no bind points in like forever. 80 elms to the south, okay. Oh, right there, I see it. I was looking for the ether current there. Alright, we've unlocked all of the ether currents in this area. We just have to do the quest to unlock flying itself. Zelivanto. Say, I don't believe I know you. Did you join the guard recently? Ha! So that's the way of it. Well, you managed to arrive, and that's all that matters in the end. I bid you welcome to the Ostal Imperative, one of our key strongholds in Lakeland. First thing you'll want to do is report to the captain. You'll find her at the lookout across the way. See the tower in the background there. Nice view. Jadine, I'll thank you not to touch the Amaro feed. The smell attracts all kinds of nasty critters hoping for a quick snack. Why am I looking here? So, it seems that rather than the Amaro delivering you, you delivered the Amaro. I'm not sure there's much difference there, Lena, honestly. I'll not thank you. I expect all my soldiers to make themselves useful. Speaking of which, I have a task for you. Okay. With the operation fast approaching, Lena means to put you to work. I get a Crystarium tabard. That actually looks pretty nice. Wonder what it would look like if you dyed it. Yeah, that looks pretty good too. If you did gold. That's very bright. Blue and white would look good. Anyway, can worry about dyeing it later. In readiness for the operation, the Amaro will need to be treated with the same serum as us. As you well know, however, it is not pleasant. In order to coax them into taking it, we have sprinkled it on their fodder. All that remains is to feed it to them, a task I am sure you will enjoy. Fetch the fodder from the Amaro launch and see to 4 of the beasts. Dismissed. Okay. Oh, we got a whole bunch of things to do here. We're gonna unlock them. Mostly because I think I'm gonna run out of time pretty soon. And I want to get these underway. Sentry Captain fears for the fate of one of his men. Damn it all, we can ill afford to lose another. Ho there, friend, might you lend me your aid? One of my best men is yet to return from his patrol, and I fear the worst. As you can see, Zamaro made it back safely, but my man's nowhere to be found. Could you search for him in my stead? I would go myself, but I can't very well abandon my post. Zamaro says, "Gwee, gwee! Bloody beast, where do you think you're—" Oh, too late, I suppose. But wait, do you reckon he's gone back to his rider? Sorry to trouble you, friend, but do you think you could follow that Amaro for us? That scaly brute might be my best chance at finding our man. Take the salve with you. I reckon there's a good chance he's out there, too wounded to have made his way back. Okay. Shawnard. Shawnard could use a helping hand in doing some much-needed repairs. Oh, there, if you're not otherwise occupied at the moment, how about lending me a hand or two? You've got me on repair duty, and what with the sorry shape this place is in, it's definitely not a one-man job. It's a simple enough task. Just take this pail of mortar, find a couple of spots where the walls are looking ragged, and apply a healthy dab. Thanks, friend. That's what with our ranks thinned as they are, we need all the help we can get. I think we're going to be fixing things along the way here. Alright, nothing here. Tiana. Tiana appears to be confused about your identity. Hold it right there, Greenhorn. If you think you could just stroll right past your scenery without asking how you might aid me in my duties, you have another thing coming. It just so happens that I have a task for you to perform. This supply order that must be delivered to Minos at Radiska's round. You are to take it to him and do so with all speed. Okay. Well, we're going to go repair stuff first. We're going to have to go out to go rescue the poor dude. Let's see if I remember like where these all are at. Destination? Alright, got one more up higher. First time I did this, I could not find the final destination because it's behind that pillar. Ah, that's a nice view, isn't it? What's this dude do? Merlath. I have to admit this telescope isn't much use after the sun goes down. Maybe I could try fitting a lamp under the lens. Do you think that would help? The Austral Imperative, the well-preserved remnants of a fortress dating back to the glory days of Lakeland. This imposing structure was named in honor of one Sir Austral, who, according to the tales, ordered his men to stand their ground against a ravening horde of sin-eaters. The knight himself refused to fall, holding off the abominations until small folk had reached safe refuge. Nice. Down to 1 hit point. Shawnard, I saw you hard at work up there, friend. I'll rest easy tonight knowing that some of the ugliest patches of our walls are looking as good as new. Are you familiar with the history of the Imperative, perchance? It was built nigh on a century ago by the elves who ruled Lakeland in those days. After the flood, it's served as one of our bastions of defense against the sin-eaters. Yes, this fort's taken its fair share of beatings, but it stands tall to this day, watching over and protecting the Crystarium and its people, and it's our job to keep it standing. Material and manpower shortages be damned. Of course, we couldn't do it without the generous efforts of volunteers like you. I reckon you have a real talent for repairs. Mayhap I could interest you in joining the guard as a full-time wall mender? I think our talents are served better elsewhere. I jest, of course. I've already taken enough of your time today. Thank you, friend, and be careful out there. I don't think there's anything over at Fort Job that needs to be done. Alright. We are going to call it here for today. We got a fair bit done, actually. So, We're going to get to our cat joke. Had a little bit of Jakey showing up right at the very beginning before he said, nope, nope, I'm out. I don't want to be on camera this time. Let's get down to our cat jokes. Where does a cat go when it loses its tail? It's our cat joke for today. Where does a cat go when it loses its tail? The retail store. Retail store. All right, cats and kittens. On that terrible cat joke note, we're going to sign off for the day. Help us out. Like, subscribe, comment, hit the notification bell, all that jazz. You know what to do and when to do it. And, that helps us out. You have a great one, cats and kittens. Mama Cat Gamer signing out. See you soon.